What if I told you that one of the most celebrated miracle fruits, praised by health blogs, nutritionists, and even some doctors, might not be so miraculous after all? Millions of seniors include this fruit in their daily routine. It's sweet, natural, packed with vitamins, and believed to boost digestion, immunity, and even heart health. For years, it's been marketed as one of the healthiest choices for aging adults. But here's the truth. When you pass the age of 60, your body doesn't always process food the same way. What once helped you might now be silently working against you. This fruit, despite all its benefits, can actually trigger hidden spikes in blood sugar, disrupt your gut, and even contribute to inflammation, depending on how it's prepared, when it's eaten, and what it's paired with. And most people have no idea it's happening. In today's video, we're going to uncover the truth behind this so-called miracle fruit. You'll learn how it affects your body after 60, why it's not always the best choice for seniors, and most importantly, what to do instead. And here's the twist. It's not about cutting it out completely. In fact, eaten the right way, it might still help you, but only if you avoid the number one mistake most people make. Stick around, because in just a moment, we'll reveal what that mistake is and how to fix it. Starting with your very next breakfast. For most of your life, you were probably told that eating more fruit is always a good thing. And in many ways, that's true. Fruits are packed with essential nutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber, support immune function, help fight inflammation, aid digestion, and provide natural sweetness without added sugars. It's no wonder they're recommended in nearly every diet guide you find. But here's what almost no one talks about. Your metabolism at 60 isn't the same as it was at 30, and that changes everything. As you age, your resting metabolic rate drops. You lose muscle mass, your insulin sensitivity declines, and your digestive efficiency often slows down, especially when it comes to breaking down sugars like fructose. So when you eat fruits that are high in natural sugar, your body may respond in a completely different way than it used to. What once gave you a burst of clean energy might now lead to blood sugar spikes, fat storage, or unexpected bloating. And that's just the surface. Many seniors experience fatigue, inflammation, or even brain fog and never realize that their fruit intake might be part of the problem. The problem isn't that fruit is unhealthy. The problem is that it's often presented as universally beneficial, regardless of age or health condition. But that's not how the human body works, especially after 60. Take bananas. They're rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. Yes, but a single large banana can contain more than 17 grams of sugar, more than 4 teaspoons. For a body with reduced insulin sensitivity, that's a serious glucose load. Grapes are even more problematic. They may look harmless, but a small handful can send blood sugar soaring. And the kicker, because they're so easy to snack on, people rarely stop at just a few. Then there's mango and papaya, touted as superfruits, often recommended for digestion and anti-aging benefits. But each serving is packed with sugar and low in fiber, creating the perfect storm for blood glucose instability. And let's not forget digestion. After 60, the digestive process changes. You produce fewer enzymes, your gut microbiome shifts, especially if you've taken antibiotics or dealt with chronic health issues. Many fruits contain a mix of sugar and soluble fiber. In younger individuals, the gut can handle that. In older adults, that combination can lead to fermentation, bloating, and even cramping. What's worse, those symptoms are often dismissed as just aging, when they may actually be the result of dietary mismatch. Day after day, these micro issues compound, silently working against your body, especially if you're trying to maintain strength, energy, or stable blood sugar. Now, here's where it gets critical. Repeated sugar spikes, even from fruit, can lead to low-grade systemic inflammation. And this type of inflammation doesn't just affect your waist. It contributes to muscle breakdown, joint stiffness, mental fog, and increased risk for diseases like type 2 diabetes and Alzheimer's. All from a food group most people assume is untouchable. So, no, this isn't about fear-mongering. It's about precision. If you're over 60, you need to look at fruit differently, not with suspicion, but with strategy. In the next part, we'll uncover the specific fruit most commonly labeled as a miracle. You've seen it in grocery stores, magazines, maybe even your breakfast plate this morning. But the science tells a more complicated story. One you need to hear for your next spike. You've probably seen it featured in health magazines, social media posts, and even doctor-recommended diet plans. It's orange, sweet, soft, easy to digest, and often called one of the best fruits for digestion and aging. Yes, we're talking about papaya. On the surface, papaya seems like the perfect choice for seniors. It's high in vitamin C, contains an enzyme called papain that aids digestion, and offers a soft texture ideal for those with dental issues or sensitive guts. It's often promoted as a natural anti-inflammatory, gut cleanser, and even as a mild immune booster. With that reputation, it's easy to see why so many older adults reach for it as part of their daily breakfast. But here's what rarely gets mentioned. Papaya is also surprisingly high in natural sugars, especially when it's fully ripe. One small papaya can contain over 11 grams of sugar. While that may not sound like much compared to processed desserts, it's still a large amount for someone who is insulin-resistant or pre-diabetic, which includes a significant portion of adults over 60. And the bigger issue isn't just the sugar content. It's the way it's often consumed. Most people eat papaya on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, thinking it will gently wake up their digestion. But when fructose hits your system without any fat, fiber, or protein to buffer it, it absorbs rapidly, causing a spike in blood glucose followed by an energy crash, the kind that leaves you feeling tired, irritable, or foggy by mid. Even worse, for those with a slower metabolism or a weakened microbiome, papaya can actually ferment in the gut when eaten in large amounts or too frequently. This fermentation process can lead to bloating, gas, and subtle inflammation that builds up over time. And because papaya is so soft and easy to eat, it's easy to consume too much, especially when served in large fruit bowls or smoothies that mix it with other high fructose ingredients. Another concern is its interaction with other common health conditions. For example, papaya contains a natural compound called carpin, which in some studies has been shown to affect heart rhythm in sensitive individuals, while the amounts in a typical serving are small. For seniors already on heart medications or dealing with cardiac issues, this could become a silent variable that no one's monitoring. But perhaps the most surprising discovery is that papaya, despite its digestive benefits, can actually disrupt the balance of your gut flora if consumed too often. A 2022 review in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging found that high fructose fruits, even natural ones like papaya, may promote dysbiosis in older adults, especially when the diversity of gut bacteria is already low. This imbalance can reduce nutrient absorption, trigger inflammation, and lead to symptoms like fatigue, constipation, and weakened immunity. Now, does this mean papaya is toxic? Absolutely not. In moderation, and when paired with other macronutrients, it can still be part of a healthy diet. But the key word is intentional. What's marketed as a miracle, food can become a metabolic obstacle if consumed blindly, especially in bodies over 60 that require more precision and less sugar. And here's something most people don't know. There are fruits with similar digestive benefits to papaya, but with lower sugar, higher fiber, and stronger anti-inflammatory effects. In the next section, we'll explore 3 specific fruits that outperform papaya when it comes to energy, gut health, and muscle support for seniors. And one of them has a compound clinically shown to boost circulation and nitric oxide, which means it supports not just your heart, but also your brain and even down their performance. Curious? You should be. Let's get into it next. Now that you understand why even so-called miracle fruits like papaya may not always serve your body after 60, let's shift focus. Instead of cutting fruit out completely, the goal is to choose smarter options. Fruits that not only deliver nutrients, but also work with your metabolism, not against it. The first one on the list is blueberries. Unlike many other fruits, blueberries are low on the glycemic index. That means they cause a much slower rise in blood sugar levels, making them an excellent choice for seniors watching glucose response. But their real power lies in a group of compounds called These are antioxidants that give blueberries their deep color, and more importantly, they help protect your blood vessels. Studies show anthocyanins improve endothelial function, meaning better circulation, lower blood pressure, and stronger delivery of nutrients to muscles and brain. For older adults looking to preserve memory, support heart health, or boost nitric oxide, this is a game changer. One study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a daily handful of blueberries improved vascular function in adults over 60 in just 4 weeks. The second fruit that often goes overlooked is kiwi. Kiwi is a powerhouse. It's loaded with vitamin C, even more than an orange, and offers both soluble and insoluble fiber. What makes it exceptional for seniors is its effect on digestion and sleep. Kiwi contains actinidium, a natural enzyme that helps break down protein. That's crucial for older adults with reduced stomach acid and enzymes. One study found kiwi supports regular bowel movements in constipated adults, a common issue after 60. And it doesn't stop there. Kiwi also contains serotonin precursors and antioxidants that promote better sleep. A 2011 study found that eating 2 kiwis before bed improved sleep, onset, and duration in older adults. With one fruit, you improve digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and enhance rest, all key to aging well. Now for the third fruit, or rather root, beet. Though technically a vegetable, beetroot is often blended into smoothies and juices alongside fruits. It's naturally sweet but low in sugar and packed with dietary nitrates. These nitrates convert into nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and improves oxygen delivery throughout the body. That means better circulation to your heart, your brain, and your lower body too. One study in the journal Hypertension showed beetroot juice lowered blood pressure in older adults within hours. Another trial revealed it enhanced stamina and exercise performance in seniors when consumed regularly. For anyone looking to rebuild muscle or increase blood flow naturally, beets deliver more than most sugary fruits ever could. So the point isn't to avoid all fruit, it's to eat intentionally. After 60, your metabolism and digestive system require more thoughtful fuel. Fruits rich in polyphenols, low in sugar, and high in function make a measurable difference. In the next part, we'll explore how to combine these fruits with other foods to build real meals that fight inflammation and restore muscle strength, using rules that are simple and easy to apply daily. Because how you combine your food matters, and most people over 60 miss this critical piece. Let's now talk about how to combine fruits and other foods to actually boost your energy, strength, and circulation. Because eating the right food in isolation helps, but eating them in the right combinations transforms everything. After 60, your body needs more than nutrients. It needs synergy, and the way you build your plate can either fuel or fight your progress. Take this simple example. A bowl of fruit for breakfast may sound healthy, but if you eat it alone, without fat or protein, you may feel hungry again in an hour. That's because fruit alone digests quickly. It gives you energy, but not stability. Instead, combine blueberries or kiwi with a protein-rich food like Greek yogurt. The protein slows the absorption of fruit sugars and helps build muscle at the same time. It's a win-win. You get antioxidants and amino acids in one bite. Now, let's go further. Add chopped walnuts or ground flaxseed on top. This brings in healthy fats, which support hormones and help you absorb fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin K and That's food synergy. 3 ingredients: fruit, protein, and healthy fat. Working together? What about beets? One of the best ways to eat them is roasted and paired with leafy greens and some goat cheese or lentils. Why lentils? Because they're a rich source of plant-based protein and fiber. They balance the natural sugar in beets and keep blood sugar stable. You can also use beets in smoothies. But here's a trick. Always add a fat source like almond butter or avocado that slows absorption and provides sustained energy. Timing matters too. After a workout or a walk, your muscles are more responsive to nutrients. Eating fruit at this time, especially alongside protein, helps shuttle glucose into muscles instead of storing it as fat. And here's a tip few people know. Vitamin C helps the body absorb iron from plant foods. So when you eat kiwi or berries with iron-rich foods like spinach or lentils, you improve nutrient absorption dramatically. These are small adjustments, but they make a huge impact on your energy, strength, and recovery. You don't need to memorize charts or count every calorie. Just follow these basic guidelines. Start with a colorful fruit rich in polyphenols. Add a clean source of protein, animal or plant-based. Include a source of fat, especially if you take medications that affect absorption. And don't eat fruit alone in the morning. Combine it for better stability. In the next part, we'll dive into why some people struggle to build muscle after 60. Even when eating right, and we'll uncover the hidden factor that blocks muscle growth in aging adults. Most doctors never mention it, but fixing this one issue could change everything. You may be doing everything right, eating better, moving more, sleeping well, but your muscle strength just won't improve like it used to. That's not your imagination. It's something called anabolic resistance. It's a natural, age-related change in how your muscles respond to food and exercise. After 60, your body becomes less efficient at turning protein into muscle tissue. So the same amount of protein that built muscle in your 40s might not work the same way today. And if you don't adjust, you could be losing muscle even while trying to maintain it. That's why so many older adults feel weaker, even when they're eating well. But here's the good news. Anabolic resistance isn't permanent. You can reverse it, you just need the right triggers. One of the biggest triggers is leucine, an amino acid found in foods like eggs, dairy, fish, and whey protein. Leucine acts like a switch. It tells your body, hey, it's time to build muscle now. Studies show that meals high in leucine, at least 2.5 grams per serving, help overcome anabolic resistance in older adults. That means it's not just about total protein. It's about the right kind of protein, and it's about when you eat it. Most people spread protein evenly through the day, but research suggests that front-loading protein at breakfast or lunch may be more effective. Why? because that's when your muscle-building systems are most active. So instead of saving your protein for dinner, aim to get a strong dose earlier in the day. And here's something powerful. Resistance training amplifies this effect. Even simple strength movements, using your own body weight or light dumbbells, make your muscles more receptive to protein. It's like unlocking a door, then delivering the fuel. So, the real secret to building muscle after 60 is combining the right protein at the right time with light resistance exercise. And that brings us to a quick question for you. One that could help others just like you. What's one small change you've made recently that helped your strength or energy? Was it a food, a stretch, a supplement, a habit? Drop it in the comments below. Your tip might inspire someone else watching this video right now. And if you've struggled with muscle loss or fatigue, let us know too. We read every comment, and your voice helps us create better, more focused content for this amazing community. In the next part, we'll talk about the foods and habits that silently destroy your muscle health, even when they seem harmless. Because not all damage is loud, and knowing what to avoid is just as important as knowing what to add. Some habits weaken your body without you even noticing, and by the time you realize it, you've lost strength, balance, or energy, and don't know why. Let's break down 5 common daily habits that silently sabotage your muscle health after 60. You might be doing some of these with the best intentions. The first silent enemy is skipping meals, especially breakfast. You may think eating less is better for weight control, but skipping protein-rich meals, especially in the morning, denies your muscles the fuel they need to recover and grow. Your muscles rebuild all day, not just at night. And when you go too long without protein, your body breaks down muscle to feed itself, especially after 60. The second damaging habit is too much sitting. Yes, even if you exercise for 30 minutes, sitting for 6 hours after that still harms your muscle quality. Muscle tissue responds to movement, and the longer you stay sedentary, the weaker your nervous system becomes at activating those muscles. Even standing up and walking every 30 to 60 minutes can make a difference. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that light activity throughout the day helped to preserve muscle protein synthesis in older adults, even more than a single exercise session. The third habit is not drinking enough water. Dehydration reduces muscle strength and coordination. Muscles are over 70% water. When you're dehydrated, you're more likely to experience cramps, fatigue, and poor recovery. This matters more as you age, because your sense of thirst declines naturally. Try this. Keep a small bottle of water nearby and sip often, not just when you're thirsty. The fourth mistake is chronic stress. High cortisol levels from stress actually break down muscle tissue over time. And while occasional stress is normal, chronic worry or anxiety drains your energy and slows recovery. This doesn't mean you need to meditate for an hour every day. Even deep breathing for 5 minutes or going for a slow walk outdoors can reset your nervous system. Lastly, the fifth and often overlooked habit is poor sleep quality. This is when muscle repair happens. If you're not getting enough deep sleep, your body can't recover, even with good food and exercise. Studies show that just one night of poor sleep reduces muscle protein synthesis the next day. So if you're tossing and turning or waking up unrefreshed, it's time to prioritize sleep as much as nutrition. Avoiding heavy meals or caffeine late in the day and keeping a consistent sleep schedule can help. The good news, every one of these habits can be reversed. You don't need a full lifestyle makeover, just small steps, done consistently. And now that you know what to avoid, we'll shift to the final steps you can take to rebuild strength, even if you feel like it's too late, because in the next part, you'll discover how seniors in their 60s, 70s, and beyond are regaining strength with just one smart morning ritual. If you've ever felt like it's too late to rebuild strength after 60, you're not alone. But here's what most people don't realize. Muscle tissue is responsive at any age, if you give it the right signals, and one of the best ways to send that signal is with a morning routine designed to activate, nourish, and protect your body. Before your day even begins, let's break it down step by step. It starts with hydration. Drinking 1 glass of water with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon within 30 minutes of waking can jumpstart circulation, support adrenal health, and rehydrate your tissue. This small step helps prepare your muscles to receive nutrients. Next comes gentle activation. Simple movements like stretching your arms overhead, doing light squats near a chair, or even walking in place for 2 to 3 minutes get blood flowing and activate your neuromuscular system. This isn't about working out. It's about waking up your body. Think of it like priming an engine before driving. It improves how your body uses food later in the day. Then comes your first meal. And this is critical. Many older adults grab toast, fruit, or coffee. But the first meal should be that means at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein. ideally with leucine. Options like eggs with avocado, Greek yogurt with walnuts and berries, or a protein smoothie with whey, spinach, and blueberries are ideal. Why? Because your muscles are most receptive to nutrients in the morning, and this timing helps reverse anabolic resistance. The fourth step is intentional breathing or stillness. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing, gratitude, journaling, or sitting quietly in sunlight helps lower cortisol and balance your nervous system. When cortisol stays high all morning, it disrupts muscle recovery and energy levels. This step may seem minor, but it sets the tone for your entire day, mentally and physically. And finally, the fifth step is movement planning. You don't need to exercise right away, but having a simple plan, even a short walk after lunch or light resistance training in the afternoon, tells your brain, today, we build strength. This mental framing increases follow-through and builds consistency. Together, these 5 steps create a ripple effect. You're not just reacting to the day, you're shaping it from the first hour. And seniors who build this kind of intentional morning rhythm report more energy, fewer cravings, better sleep, and measurable gains in strength. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. And now, you're ready for the final part of this video. We'll bring everything together and show you how to turn this knowledge into a real, lasting routine that protects your strength, independence, and health for years to come. You've just learned how one misunderstood fruit can silently sabotage your health after 60, and how simple shifts can turn your meals into powerful tools for strength, energy, and longevity. This isn't about restriction, it's about intention. It's about choosing foods and habits that match your body today, not the one you had decades ago. And it's never too late to start. Even if you've lost strength or energy, the science is clear. You can rebuild muscle, you can reduce inflammation, you can feel more like yourself again. It begins with the small changes. Choosing blueberries instead of sugary fruits, combining protein with fiber, drinking more water, moving with purpose. When you stack these habits, day after day, you send a powerful message to your body. I'm not giving up, I'm just getting started. And if this video gave you even one insight or moment of clarity, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button so we know this helped. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. We read every one, and your story matters. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you never miss our weekly content designed for your health, strength, and independence after 60. You deserve to thrive, not just survive. In the years ahead, your choices today are shaping the body and brain you'll live with tomorrow. So take a deep breath, pick one idea from this video, and start now, because small actions, done consistently, change everything.